Rockstar is easily one of the top video game developers of the last 10 years. Every game they make has a crazy amount of painstaking attention to detail. They take their time creating open world games that truly feel alive. Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS3 and Xbox 360 were most definitely no exception. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions added even more detail to this vibrant living world. Grand Theft Auto 5's three main protagonists bring the player on one hell of a heist-filled ride. GTA 5's story is a joy to watch unfold. It is a crime drama like no other, thanks to the fact that you are tasked with playing three different characters throughout the story. Franklin, Michael, and Trevor are all fascinating criminals with their own agendas. Franklin is a gangbanger who dreams of pulling off the kind of heists that Michael and Trevor pulled off back in the day when they were bank robbers. Michael is a retired criminal in witness protection with his family, and Trevor, well, Psycho Trevor was Michael's partner in crime. They were best buddies until Michael made a deal with the feds and faked his own death. That is where this story starts. The story takes quite a few twists and turns and inevitably ends up having the three characters complete heist missions together. Even though the plotline revolves very heavily on heist missions, Rockstar makes sure that there is plenty of time for character development as well. The game is not just about planning the next big score. The strain and tension on Michael and Trevor's relationship is probably the most interesting part of the story. Just like the other Grand Theft Auto games in the series, GTA 5 is a satire on the United States. Rockstar does a great job mixing comedic satire with dramatic themes. Grand Theft Auto 5 in general is very well written. As a player, switching between the three main characters adds a wonderful bit of immersion to the game. What's neat about playing multiple characters is that you can more easily play the characters as you think they would act in the environment around them. Trevor is the psycho and therefore likely anything goes when you play him. Franklin is the most rational of the three characters, and Michael is somewhere in between. In other words, if you want to wreak havoc, play Trevor. If you want to play more conservatively, play Michael or Franklin. If you are the type of player that likes to keep your in-game actions relevant to the character you are playing, this system could be incredible for you. I think that this system adds great possibilities to the gameplay. Grand Theft Auto 5 is truly a gameplay heaven. The amount of things you can do in this game is unbelievable. You can drive, you can shoot, you can fly, parachute, play tennis, play golf, bike ride, swim, scuba dive, etc, etc, etc. This game has something for everyone, and the mechanics for all of these activities are extremely well built. And all of these activities are accessible while playing in the fantastic new first-person mode. First-person mode makes the game even more immersive. One critique I have of the gameplay is that the shooting in the game is slightly flawed. The standard GTA style shooting is an extremely assisted aiming style, where you click L2 to aim and the game automatically snaps your sights to the nearest enemy target for you. This aiming style is not terrible because it makes you feel as though your character is an incredibly skilled shooter, which is likely true of all three characters. The problem with the shooting is that the option to play in a less assisted free aim mode for the more hardcore audience does not appear to be very well built. When I started playing this new generation version, I naturally wanted to play it in first person mode, and with first person mode on, I felt it was time I started playing without assisted aim. After playing without assisted aim for a number of hours, I discovered it to be unnaturally difficult, and quite unresponsive at times. It is simply harder to aim in this game than your average first person shooter, and I am not sure why it is so difficult. Not to mention that the AI enemies seem to have auto-aim activated themselves, and once they lock on, they never seem to miss a shot until you kill them. With the crazy accurate AI, I quickly discovered that I had far more fun playing with the standard GTA style auto-aim activated. The truth is that even though the free aim mode seems to be a flawed system, this does not really detract much away from the experience. I believe that it is quite likely that Grand Theft Auto 5 was built with auto-aim in mind anyways, and it works beautifully when the game is played this way. Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS4 looks stunning. Rockstar clearly worked really hard to polish this definitive edition. The lighting effects and weather effects are gorgeous, and especially at night. The amount of foliage and wildlife that they added really makes this world feel even more alive, which is a feat that I did not think possible. The increased traffic and draw distance allow you to see even further off into the distance. Los Santos and Blaine County feel more real than ever. One small criticism I have is the texture pop-in, which is still unfortunately present at times. Occasionally, objects will quickly appear in front of my character as I am moving at fast speeds. It is mostly noticeable while flying a helicopter over the countryside, when the ground and tree textures will very suddenly materialize below. Keep in mind that this problem is much improved in this version over the PS3 version, but it is still present nonetheless. The music in this game is unbelievably awesome. In fact, GTA 5 is the first Grand Theft Auto game with a musical score. In the past, Rockstar just focused on delivering diverse and contentful car radio stations. I think that the incredible musical score paid off in spades. Woody Jackson, The Alchemist, Tangerine Dream, and Oh No collaborated to create a truly dynamic and awesome score. I love how well the score was designed to blend in with the action on the screen. There is a clear differentiation between the music on the radio and the background music. The background music sort of feels like the epic music to the characters' lives, while car radio tracks are left feeling like songs on the radio. The score complements the tone of the game perfectly. The radio stations in this game are far better than any other Grand Theft Auto game. In the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, there were already hundreds of songs, and yet Rockstar added even more songs to the PS4 and Xbox One versions. The DJ chatter is also extremely entertaining. There is simply a crazy amount of content on the radio to listen to. It is unreal how much time and detail Rockstar placed into the soundtrack of this game. Grand Theft Auto 5 is an unbelievable experience. It is the most detailed game I have ever played. Everywhere you look, there are little awesome things that the teams of animators, coders, writers, and composers poured their heart and soul into. When it comes to the open world game genre, Rockstar is the developer to beat. They know how to build video game environments that really feel alive. They also know how to build stories that truly reel you in and get you wanting for more. Grand Theft Auto 5 is quite simply a masterpiece.